Hello, I'm EK. He's DAZAI, and I'm proud to present to you one of the most awesome things to lately come out of all of comics. This is Sagala by Tori Tadiar. Sorry about the glare. Okay. Sagala, this is the final compiled version of 4 issues and its average scene size. Okay, since it's the compiled 4 issues of a story, this is also one of the most awesome results from Komik at University, an initiative of 4 seminars that are held by Comiket, and Tori Tadiar was one of the people who joined the very first batch. Sagala is the result of those series of seminars, and then she continued the story independently from the Comic at University. This is the basic world building of the story. So Hiraya is several archipelagos. The capital is Manila. And the leader of all of Hiraya is Bai. And then central government is divided into 3, the triarch in this story: Governor General for the security and military, High Scholar for the ilustrados, the intellectuals, and then the Palacio Minister for courtiers and courtesans. So in this world building, one target to be highest is to be highest in the Guardia. One is to be highest as courtesan or courtier. Both. So in comes our 2 siblings, Constantino and Riel, Reina Elena, but Riel for most of the story. So since they were orphaned young, they lost their parents. Constantino's best target was to be highest in the military. Therefore, and then Riel's highest target was to be a courtesan. Fortunately or unfortunately, Riel likes being lady, but she's probably not as ladylike as some people would like, and she's an incredible marksman. Since she's a gunsmith. Since she lives in forges and lives with her brother, she's always at the forges. Therefore, she can make guns very well and can shoot those guns very well. And that sets her apart, but also that gives her some problems in her ways to become a courtesan. Their fate starts to change around the time of the Sagala of Manila, like a grand parade held by the Bai every year. Constantino is a sergeant and is for the first time assigned to the center of the main event, and also Riel is for the first time allowed to see the event firsthand and near the heat of the event. This is Carmen, Constantino's childhood friend, and he does want to marry her. Part of their fate starts to change when these 2 people come in. Lady Awit, the best courtesan at the moment, and Corrido Mirel, the new ambassador from the Eastern continent, who is a Kinari, meaning something of an alien race, who is rather Caucasian. And he is the new ambassador to Hiraya from the Eastern continent. And unfortunately, yes, they do have hidden plans about Hiraya, as these things tend to go. The fate of siblings Constantino and Riel suddenly change when they save the new ambassador Corrido and Lady Awit from an assassination attempt. Yan. So she uses her gunning skills, and Constantino uses his awesome guardia skills, and they manage to save the ambassador that way. So therefore, after these events, he chooses the siblings to be personal bodyguard, and personal courtesan respectively. So, yan. Along as the days and months pass, so Constantino becomes the Ambassador Corrido's friend, and Riel gets to be liked and favored by the Ambassador Corrido. Likes him back to a degree. Ayun. It's not that Lady Awit was jealous of Corrido or of Constantino or of Riel. It's more like she was starting to pull strings, make the moves on pretty much all three, and starting to manipulate things, manipulate events, and maybe manipulate all three of them. Ayun. So that's what was going on. So even as Riel is starting to go up, and even as Corrido is starting to like things, Constantino was being Lady Awit was also starting to make the moves on Constantino, pressuring him to do things for her, trying to make him fall for her, and pretty much manipulate him into doing things for her. Okay, so and then Lady Awit was also trying to manipulate Corrido, trying to manipulate Riel. So yan. Ayan. All of this leads to a point where the individual decisions of these four important people, Corrido, Lady Awit, Constantino, and Riel, whatever they decide beyond this point might be small decisions for themselves, but their individual decisions will affect all of Hiraya. They might start a war, they might cause a war, they might stop a war from happening. It gets to be that important, even if the decisions of these individual four people may seem small. They will have big repercussions, and all four of them pretty much know it. So, yeah. Again, this is the back of the book. Sorry for the glare. Yeah. This is the back of the book. It has their pretty pictures. And this is the front of the book. Yeah. Okay. Sagala is one of the most awesome things to come lately out of all of comics. The art style done by Tori Tadiar is very unique to herself. Clearly, it has some manga inspirations, but also it is unique to herself, and it is distinctly Filipino. The people who you see in this story, clearly Filipino. One Caucasian guy, pero the rest of them are Filipino. Very clearly, you can see it, diba? So yun. And the way she paces and panels is a combination of both manga and some of the American comic techniques that have been recently coming out. She's incredible. She's a master of the pacing and the paneling of her comics. It is understandable that some of the typesetting is a little hard to see, since hard to full color, rather expensive. But yes, we do wish it was full color. And future releases by Tori Tadiar of other stories like Twinkle Twinkle, which will be a Komik at peak of release, will be done in full color. So that's why there are some very dark grays in this comic. But ultimately, the pacing and the paneling are incredible. The dialogue never overpowers the story. The story is never info dumped on you. The backstory of the siblings Riel and Constantino are scattered through the 4 issues nicely and never info dumped in one place. The characterization is incredible. You learn about these four people as people, and not just the four people, including Carmen, the Constantino's girlfriend. You also know her as a person. You know, you even know Lady Awit as a person, and you do understand her motives, even if you do, whether you agree with her or not. You see and you understand her motives. So that is how incredible and impressive the characterization in this whole book is. And then yes, the political machinations are in this book are very very nice. So ultimately, the pacing is not as action filled as others, but well paced and well timed. Well timed with the story, and well timed with the dialogue and the action. So all of this is moving. The action, the characterization, the story. All of this to deliver a memorable piece of work, and one of the best comics to ever come out of recent time. So yan, so please get this. Okay, Sagala is, as a comic at release, it's at Secret HQ, and may also be found from it may also be bought from Tori directly. So yan, please buy this book. It's incredible. Yan. And Riel and Constantino are people you will not forget for quickly. They're cute like that, and they're adorable, and they're very memorable. So yeah, so please get this. Okay, so again, I'm Ike. He's DAZAI. Thank you for listening, and please continue to read, and please continue to enjoy Pinoy comics. Thank you very much.